白魔法でみんなに笑顔を。
Yo, what's up everyone? Lad here. We're moving along with the Final Fantasy IV collaboration, this time the waifu of Cecil, the White Mage Rosa, or in this case, EX Agnea. She is a light and dark hunter of the famed faction and hailing from the Final Fantasy IV series. EX Agnea is the epitome of a sub-DPS. She tries to be a healer and a physical DPS, but she's not great at either category. Let's go ahead and check her out. Looking at her VA first, Inori Minase is her VA, just like with the OG Agnea. She voices Best Girl Rum and also Farina from Genshin Impact. Let me know if you recognize others. Let's go ahead and take a look at her notable damaging skills. Again, just like EX Xanthos, she has been buffed. Anything in green is her global and C buffs. The first one is an SP cost of 63 that becomes 50. It's a 3-hit single target bow physical damage attack that exploits light. This has a potency of 65, and she also inflicts a 20% physical and elemental defense down to that enemy for 2 turns. Her second ability is an SP cost of 87. It's a 4-hit single target bow physical damage attack that exploits light. This has a potency of 65 again, and now this lowers the physical and elemental attack by 20% for 2 turns. Now for her third skill, it's a SP cost of 95 that goes to 76. It's a 3-hit originally that has been buffed to 4-hit AoE bold physical damage attack that exploits light. This has a potency of 80 to compensate for the additional hit to 60. And originally it was a front row HP restore and has now become a all allies HP restore from a potency of 80 to 60. And if you're using this ability on a single target, this gets a 20% more potency. And then lastly for her TP skill, it's a SP cost of 98, it's a 6-hit random target bow physical damage attack that exploits light, potency 40. If it's a single target, this again gets a 20% potency. And for her buffs, at max boost, this becomes an 8-hitter. For her EX skill, after 3 turns, it has been buffed to any turns now, and 2 usages per battle. It's a self-damage cap up of 50,000 for 3 turns. Originally it was a 2-hitter, but now has become a 6-hit AoE bow physical damage attack that exploits light. Potency went down from 115 to 35, and also restores all allies HP by 30% of the damage dealt, and this has a 20% more potency if you're up against a single target. For her ultimate, she goes first, and she gives all allies HP recovery, potency 100, and SP recovery, 3% of the allies' max SP, and also raises their physical attack, elemental attack, physical defense, elemental defense, crit by 10%, and damage limit by 10,000. And at level 10, she increases the physical attack, elemental attack, physical defense, and elemental defense by 15%. Originally, these values used to be 5% at level 1 and 10% at level 10, without the physical and elemental defense. Now for her notable sword skills. The first one is an SP cost of 15. She carries the status ailment of a single target ally and grants immunity for 1 of 4 turns depending on the boost level. And at max boost, this reaches the front row. Her second ability is an SP cost of 60. It gives a single target ally the ability to dodge physical attacks 1 to 4 turns depending on the boost level. And her third ability, it's an SP cost of 60 to 48. She revives or gives auto revive to a single target, 25% of their max HP to 100 based on the boost level, and this can only be used 4 times per battle. For her passive, the first one, when using HP Restorer skill, if the recovery is above the ally's max HP, she grants a 1000 HP barrier, and at 6 stars, this becomes a 2000 HP barrier, and this has now been buffed to now providing up to a 3000 HP barrier. Her second passive, she gives herself and her paired ally a 10% max SP and a 3% SP regen, and also a 15% physical and elemental attack up. For her third passive, when she uses a HP Restore skill, if the recovery is above the ally's HP, she grants a 15% physical and elemental attack and crit and damage cap up for 20,000 for 2 turns. Then she has a 10% in light resistance and 20 in dark. Now let's go ahead and take a look at her stats. She's catered towards physical attacks. Her physical attack is at 497 at 6 stars, which is surprisingly high in the hunter category. This actually makes her top 5 currently in the hunter category. She also has the highest elemental attack stat at 6 stars for all hunters at 450, so she'll be able to heal decently well. Now for the main question, should you bowl? EX Agnea has a 3-hit AoE bow attack that also hits light at all times, and this has been now buffed to 4 hits. Her TP skill is a physical attack that also hits light that has been buffed to hit 8 times at max boost. This by itself is a great breaking skill for any hunters. Her skills are catered towards being a breaker rather than being a straight DPS. Her passive gives her and the ally in front of her a increased attack up, and her TP passive, if both her passive is active, she herself would have a cap of 30% attack up. She would just then be missing bow damage up. She doesn't have the qualities we want to see from a top tier DPS, which is having some sort of potency up, any sort of damage up in her passive skills. With EX Agnea, you'll want to start by using her buffed 4-hit AoE attack, first to restore your entire party's HP, for her passive to activate to give them attack buffs and a HP barrier, and then go from there. Next, we have her buffed ultimate. It's for all allies, a S being a regen, attack, defense, and crit, along with a damage cap of an additional 20,000 at level 10. This is a nice buff, as previously it was only 10%, it did not give any stat up to defense. Her A4 accessory is interesting, as whoever equips it, whenever that traveler switches to the front row gets a HP restore potency of 20% of the max HP, and when this traveler equipped with that accessory goes to the back row, the front row gets a 20 SP restore. This could be a decent accessory. The 20% HP restore is a decent amount and can potentially save your life mid-battle, and the 20 SP restore is always nice to have. But while decent, I wouldn't prioritize getting her A4 accessory, as her as a traveler, she's not the best. So in all, just like EX Xanatos, she's nice to have. Let's head over to longevity. I can somewhat still see her being used in the future, being able to give your front row a attack increase and an HP restore along with a HP barrier, while shaving some shields to bows, light and dark is always decent to have. In a bow composition, she does well, but don't be expecting big numbers like Jab or Rochette. But anyways, let's go ahead and finish up. Character design 4.5 out of 5. I like Agnea, but I like Rosa a lot more. Her outfit and drawing is spectacular, but I do find it a bit funny how she's a hunter, but her drawing has her holding on to a staff or wand. Character VA, 5 out of 5. Inori Minase is the OG VA for Agnea. Abilities 3 out of 5. She's a decent breaker, support DPS rather than a straight DPS. Longevity 3 out of 5. A lot of her skills are things that we've seen before: an HP barrier, passive attacks up to your front row, and ultimate buffs. She's able to hit both light and dark weakness, so up against enemies that have weaknesses to those, she could be someone to bring along. Global buffs 5 out of 5. She did get some, but she's still quite underwhelming. Time limited. Yes, she's part of the Final Fantasy IV collaboration. Overall impression 3 out of 5. She's alright. With her 6-star passive and a healer constantly healing your party at the beginning of each turn, she could potentially give your entire party a 3000 HP barrier at all times, which could be interesting and allows for someone like Kilns to almost never go down. But with that, she's quite a simple traveler. Use her skills to attack and heal to proc your attack passives for your entire party, and then for the HP shield barrier, as her role is again still of a sub DPS. But as a collaboration character, I kinda expect to see more. I'll probably be doing a few polls for her. Rosa, or EX Agnea, is a pretty cool character after all. Anyways, let me know if you'll be polling. I'll catch you next time. Take care of yourself like always. Lad out.